Hi, John Bushy here. One of the problems I had with my truck when I first got it is it was stuck on high beams and I couldn't turn off the high beams. And I didn't know really what was going on. I checked some fuses, I checked some relays and things, and I didn't understand why it was stuck in high beams. And of course, I'm trying to get the truck approved, the safety inspection done so that I can drive it on the roads. Well, the button to turn on and off the bright lights is at the end of the turn signal lever. This is it here. That little black button on the end of that turn signal lever is the one that turns the brights on and off. And so I started looking at that switch. I found a photo on GovPlanet that showed the turn signal lever, and it seems to show a wire coming out of it. And this is another truck that I bought. This was the first truck I bought. I fix up trucks and then I sell them. That's my hobby. And so the first truck, I was taking a photo of the hour meter, but I happened to catch a wire coming out of the turn signal lever and going into the dash. And this is another truck I bought. This happens to be a parts truck that I bought. And you can see that the wire at the bottom of the frame is just wrapped around that turn signal lever. So I started thinking, hey, there's supposed to be a wire on mine. The turn signal lever just unscrews, and so I unscrewed it out of the steering column and was looking at it, and there is a hole on the bottom. And I could see remnants of a wire, and I could see that someone had just cut the wire off. And so the wires from that switch went down the shaft and then came out and went into the dash. So we took it apart. My wife, thank goodness, figured out how to take the end off with the switch. And then we were looking at that and we looked inside and it was filled with epoxy. So the wires, there was no way to fix those wires. So what we did was we cut off those wires, put new wires on, drilled a hole through that epoxy, a new hole, and had it come out by the shaft. And so that way we were able to get some wires. So the next step was to take apart the dash and see where the wire was supposed to go. And this is how you do it. You pop off these little rivets. Now I'm not using that cutters to cut the rivet. You just use that to pull on the rivet. And they're plastic. And so you just pull those rivets out. There's 6 or 8 of them that hold in these dash panels. So once you pull all 8 of those rivets out, you then can pull out the panel for the dash. And behind the dash panel, I did happen to find a connector, and the connector wasn't plugged into anything. So I put an ohm meter on it and a voltmeter, and I checked it, and I was pretty sure that that was the connector I was looking for. So I jumped the 2 pins, and sure enough, the bright headlights turned off. It was a weird connector. It had round pins, and it was just strange. I ended up finding it on Amazon and was able to hook the wires up to it and everything. This is a look at the finished product, and now the headlights work on high beams, low beams. At first I took the wire out of the lever and ran it underneath the steering column and then into the dash, but I was afraid it might get caught down there. So then later I changed it and had it go in above the steering wheel. So it's all done, everything's working. Thank you for watching.